Hello, I'm Mrs. J, and I wanted to go over a few more problems in Chapter 6. So if we look at this problem, they give us the mean of 113 and the standard deviation of 18, and we're choosing one individual. When they're only choosing one, your distribution is your mean and your standard deviation. The probability that a randomly selected person's IQ is over 105 then, when you want to find probability, that's under distribution, so second in distribution, and it's normal CDF. And then you put your lower number, upper number, mean, and standard deviation. Now we wanted the first one 105 and over. So our lower is 105. But we want to keep going up. 105 and over or up. We don't have a bound on it. So you want to put a really large number because you want it to keep going. And then our mean, which was 113, and our standard deviation of 18. So if we go into norm, we put 105. And if you use the calculator online that I gave the link to for the free 90-day trial, I'll show you what it looks like. And there's your percent. Here, the 6, 7. The other calculator online is nice because you don't have to remember the order. When you go into second in distribution, it asks you for your lower, your upper. So our lower was 105. Uppers, all those 9s. The mean was 113, and the standard deviation was 18. And you paste it, and it puts it in, and then you hit enter, and there's your answer. So it's set up a little nicer. A school offers special services for all children in the bottom 3% of IQ scores. What is the highest IQ score that a child can have and still receive special services? And this one, what is that? So the bottom 3%. On this one, you're going backwards. They're giving you the percent, where here you find the percent. When they're giving you the percent, you go under distribution, but it's the third one, inverse norm. The area is your percent, which was, and you want the percent below. So the bottom 3%, 0.03. And then our mean was 113 and 18. And then it puts it in there. Now if you have the older calculator, then you put your percent, comma, as a decimal, your mean and your standard deviation. And there's your answer, which is right here. This answer was correct. It was just the rounding. Now for this one, quartiles are quarters. Like there's your lower number. This is a 5-number summary. Make a little bit more room. So you have your lower number, Do they go Q? Yeah, they go Q1. Some go QL and QU, and then your median, and then the upper number, and then the largest. And each of these has 25% of the data between them. It breaks it into quarters. This is your box plot. So Q1, the first one, 25% of the data is below it. So we use second distribution, go down to inverse, and then the data would be 25%, so 0.25, and our mean and standard deviation are the same. There it is, 100.86. Going to bring that back up. Oh no, I don't want to do it that way. I guess we could. For Q3, so when you hit second and enter, it brings it back up. And Q sub 3 starts here. The percent below it, 25, 25, and 25. 75% below it. So 75% of the data is below Q3. So we change that 0.25 to a 75. You get 125. You could have also went in second distribution down to inverse and changed this to a 0.75. And there it is. IQR is just subtracting these two. Q3 minus Q1. Forgot what they were. 125. And you'll get 2428. This one was correct. Okay. So for this one, find the probability that a randomly selected distribution had below or fewer than 1779. So we are going to use the normal one again because we're looking for the percent. It goes lower to the higher bound, but if we want fewer than this, that means we're going below it. So your lower is a really small negative number, negative 99999. And then the mean, which was 1881. And the standard deviation, which was 574. So second in distribution, go down, norm, second one, and then negative 9999999. The upper 1779, the mean and there you go, 42.95. To be between two, then these would be the two numbers you're in between. Find the third quartile. The third quartile was the opposite. We're finding the number. Okay, so let's do D first. If we go into distribution, down to inverse. Whoops, wrong one. Distribution. We're finding the percent in part D between 1852. So our lower is 1852 and our upper is 2147. Mean was 1881. Standard deviation 574. And there you go. 1986. The last one is giving us a percent. We're finding the number. Find the third quartile. That's a number. So this gives you percent. Inverse norm gives you the number, and you put the percent. If you want the third quartile, here, that means 1, 2, 3/4 is below it, 75%. So you put 0.75, and then you put your mean and your standard deviation. And there you go. 2268. And these should all be about the same. I was looking if they, yeah, they don't start it. Okay.